Hi lovelies. Okay, so it's me, Jess, obviously. Let's start from the beginning. I have already recorded this video, but I had a microphone problem, so the whole thing is silent. So the deck has been looked at, it has been shuffled, but you know, life happens. We are hanging out with the King of Cups today. I have pulled him on purpose because I got the Iris Oracle through. I ordered it, I'm in the UK, I ordered it from the US, it's not available in the UK. It sent me back, I think it is the equivalent of £39, £39 on its own. I paid £69 to cover shipping and customs and all that malarkey. It came really quick, actually. I'm really impressed with that. I ordered it from Tarot Stack and have got a link to a bit of a discount, which I will put down below in the description. So I have had my eyes on this deck for the past couple of years. This is one of those decks, this is one of those decks that I think calls to you if you're in need of it. It seems to be very specific and targeted towards maybe connections, life connections, relationships that aren't necessarily working or that are difficult, or periods of change and transition and general turmoil. And those phases of life where you just feel like you're out of control. I think this is a very targeted oracle deck towards those, you know, experiences. So I have been wanting this for the past couple of years. I only didn't get it because it was in America and difficult for me to get hold of. But I finally got my hands on it. I'm really, really happy about it. The other thing that I love about this deck is that, as you will see, the imagery is quite, well, it's hand drawn. I love you. Oh, thanks. I love you too. It's hand drawn, and I think in a world of AI, there's something really authentic and honest about that. It's not something I would have gone towards, you know, this sort of, I don't know how to describe it, innocent, hand drawn aesthetic is not something that I think I would have been drawn to before the AI period. But now with AI, I feel like I'm struggling to connect with certain decks because I know that they're like photographic manipulations or completely AI built imagery, and I just can't connect with it. So I'm finding solace in these hand drawn, more authentic, I suppose, real representations and images. If you hear noises, by the way, I've got the window open and the birds are in full sing-song outside. I also have my little brand new rehomed rescue bunny behind me. So he's chomping on a carrot and a bit of wood, and if you hear nibbles, it's him. He is struggling, so I'm keeping him within earshot and eyeshot, and you know, so just be aware, that's what the noise is. Okay, so yeah, we'll have a flip through. Let me just zoom in, and I'm going to pull out a few cards because there are some cards initially that struck me as odd. So I'm going to pull them out and have a quick peek at those as I go through this. I first saw this deck, by the way, a bit of background before I flip through them. I first saw this deck on Candy Morrigan's YouTube channel and fell in love with it. As I said, I feel like it was singing to me because of the experiences that I am currently going through. I then had a reading with it, and I got one of the cards in the reading, and it was so spot on. It felt like it was talking to me, directly to me and only to me. And I just thought, okay, this is a deck that I don't have. I've got nothing like this or similar to this in my collection. I feel like it fulfills a role that is not available with any other deck that I own. And so I knew it definitely had a place on my shelf. So we'll have a little nose. Volcano, Cornucopia. Oh, it's sort of like a satin. They're quite slippy, but they're not glossy. The one who hides the sun. Healing through rest. It seems to come across as a very supportive, protective deck that's really out to help you, like a grandmother, you know, got your best intentions at heart. Under a spell, almost like you're invisible. Your own identity is covered or not coming through. Look at that. The sheep who wandered and found a different shepherd. The way it puts its messages across, I love it. I just love it. Your dreams are closer than you think. This gives me Ace of Cups vibes. In fact, as I was going through it, I did think that there was a lot of crossover with the tarot. It's also a 78 card deck, so I wonder if it started as a tarot deck. I'm not sure, but it has got a lot of cards that are not like the tarot, that are really specific. It's definitely alchemy. It's definitely in the emotional sphere as far as messages go. This reminds me, I'm currently rewatching the Discovery of Witches series on Sky because the new book is coming out, The Bluebird Oracle. I can't read, I prefer the books, I can't read the books because I'm already mid-read on a different series. So I'm rewatching the series on Sky, and this reminds me of that, the alchemical sort of realm and explorations. Gifts from the past, the messenger, labyrinth, ripe fruits, body as a house. This reminds me of the Avatar movie where they connect their hair with the tree. That feeling of everything being connected, the web of the world, dependency. See, this is giving me like the devil vibes in the tarot, but I wonder if it reads like that. I'm sure it doesn't. Someone soon. Protect your heart. Fire mother. Mother of dragons. Look at the eggs. Everything will be okay. And sometimes, isn't that just such a lovely message to get when you're in the thick of chaos? I mean, whether you believe it or not at the time is another thing, but when you do get that message, it's like having a warm hug. Laughing and crying. Yep. Dream travel. Something that I'm very familiar with. Share tenderness. That's lovely. Restlessness. Yep. I think we've all been there. The hold. Is that good or bad? Interesting. Slimy. See, I'm going to pull this one out because I'm not sure about how to read that one, and I feel like I need to read that. This is the one I had in my reading. Suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. I'm going to keep that one out and might read that one as well. Good things. Ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. Oof, that's very specific. Pink bubble fairy. Justice. Your light. In between worlds. This is an interesting one because when I think of in between worlds, I think of the liminal spaces, but if I just looked at the image, I wouldn't necessarily get the liminal space reading from that. So I'm interested to see how that one reads as well. I'm going to put that in the pile. Service. Green. Spirits to guide you. A fearful world. That gives me Nine of Swords energy. And I much prefer that than the swords, you know, typically, the typical sword representation. Predictions of growth. Love that. I also love how there's colour around. There's like a pink, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a pink outline. I love the way that she's used the colour. It looks really innocent, but then when you look at it closer, there's more to it. Love grows love. Yes, it does. Body, look at that. That is not, you know, again, if you didn't see this, what would you see here? I'm interested to see what that says. Make believe. Rainbow transference. Yes, queen. Inside looking out. That gives me the feeling of when you're a teenager and you feel like everyone's out and having fun apart from you. And it feels really sad and you just want to be invited or involved. Rainbow bridge. Excuse the rabbit noises behind me. Hey you. Rainbow bridge. Puppet. Twin. Sword. So is this an Ace of Swords vibe? No one is yours but you. What is hidden will be revealed. Can't be caught. Interesting. The lonely journey of the priestess. That sounds as connecting with me at the moment. That's how I feel. Smother. The one who needs to control. This card. This reminds me of a Ren and Stimpy character. I don't know which one's which, but from the 90s, which I'm sure would now be banned, not allowed. You can't find goodness because you lost your heart. Oh my goodness. So this looks like, this reminds me of the Moana goddess, Tafiti, I think her name is, in her with heart form. She's Tafiti and she's almost like the Mother Earth, Gaia vibes. And then when they remove her heart, she's the demon of the earth and fire. She's Takar. I think her name is Takar. That's what this reminds me of. I wonder if it has connection. Calm within transformation. The best space. If you can find calm in transformation, oof, all power to you. Broken and hatched. Everything you need too soon. Overwhelm. Hiding. Cosmic exploration. Sitting on top of the world. Okay, so in the, I think it's like the 2000s movie of Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. On the soundtrack for that movie, there is a piece of music called Liz on Top of the World. And it is a really short piece, but it sounds like taking a full breath of the freshest air when you are after a period of struggling to breathe. That's what it feels like to me. I'm going to put the link in the description below because it's such a beautiful, beautiful piece of music. That's what that reminds me of. Party leader. Weight of truth. Yep. Don't ask the question if you don't want to know the answer. Mysterious mother. No bull. No bull. Taurus vibes. Gifts to the portal. Left out with the wolves. Oh no. Oh no, no. Something that is never truly yours. Yep. Scry mirror. The gallery of those who came before. That's lovely. Visions. Repopulation. That's an interesting one. I'm going to add that to the pile to look up. Death of the Deceitful. That is a strong card. Death of the Deceitful. I mean, would you ever wish death upon anyone? I wouldn't personally, but the energy of that card is super strong. Afraid of the attic. Yes, I think we all are. Send up the other half first. You go first, push them up the stairs. The all-knower. Stay back. Make it look like the night. Love that, that's giving me High Priestess vibes. Be free, do what you love. I'm so happy now that this is a more common approach towards work. It certainly seems like that to me with my own children. When I was at school, everything I loved to do, I wanted to be a baker, I wanted to be a dancer, I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be an artist. And everything that I really, really loved and enjoyed doing, I wasn't allowed to do. I was heavily steered away from because it wouldn't make enough money and it wouldn't provide stability. And you need to get out there and making money as soon as you can, you know. There was no space for further education. There was no space for fulfilling your own needs. And it's something that I really steered away from with my own children because I genuinely believe if you are happy in what you're doing, you're much more likely to find success. However, there's always that boundary, isn't there, where you're balancing. You don't want what you absolutely love to become a chore. So I suppose striking that balance between doing what you love because you love it and doing what you love, and turning what you love into work and then not wanting to do it anymore. But then you evolve, don't you? So I'm really happy that this seems to be, as I said, certainly in the space that I'm in, or socially the space that I'm in, it seems to be more the more prevalent mindset at the moment amongst parents for their children. So fear that the light will bring judgment. That's something that I've struggled with always. Cast your sacred symbols. Yes. The Heart Eater. It's an interesting one. So let's look up. I'll put those back in there. I'm going to pick two. I'm going to pick Slimy because that one is really, I'm not sure how to read that one. And I think that one, because this is the one that got me really sort of cemented my belief in the deck. Okay. Oh, 1 and 2. Look at that. Okay. Right at the beginning. So the book, by the way, little white book. I think it's got 1 page at the front by Mary Evans, the creator. And then you get one black and white image and 1 page of text for each card. Is there anything at the back? No. Okay, so Suppression of a Star Being by Hands Unworthy. You are a star, born not of this earth. Being a star, your light is bright and beautiful. You may not even fully notice at this time all of the magic you hold within you. Sometimes it can feel like the world is closing in on you, that people are out to get you, control you, and make you smaller, less. Know that connecting with your truest knowledge and light will always lead you out of uncomfortable situations eventually. People or energies that want to push you down, make others under their hands, are only grasping at your light in the only way they know how. They could possibly feel that by controlling you, they have the light, but they are misled, and they will also find their way. I love that. Absolutely love it. Slimy. Okay. A beautiful but envious woman sits in a puddle of slime and a plague of frogs and blood that she has brought upon herself. In a negative space, you can tend to attract more of that energy and can dwell in a slimy, icky place. When you embrace jealousy, you do not move forward. She wears a veil, protecting herself from being seen truly. This card can relate to other people in your life, a situation, or your own current state. You can't have power over others' sliminess, but you can affect your own. If you are feeling in a slimy state, you don't need to shame yourself, but have awareness. Try to transmute jealousy into inspiration, because where jealousy paralyzes your creativity, inspiration lifts it up. You might need to roll around in that gooey slime for a while before you come back up to the surface. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to sit and journal with these a little bit and get the, I suppose, cement the meanings with the imagery. There's like a process I have to go through before I start using it for others. I'm really, really pleased with this deck. I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Shall I pull? I'll pull a card. One card for the collective. Oh, slimy. Well, we've already read that one. There we go, peeps. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Lots of love to everyone, and I hopefully see you soon.